Hey, so again, another video. This one this time is about the Sandcrawler. This is an older model. I released this one a long time ago, but I never really did much on a tour of it or really talking about it that much. So I'm doing it now. So this is a big piece. If you printed this even at like 1/18 scale, it'd still be about like 2.5, 3 feet tall. So just a heads up if you want to do this. I know people have done it. I have not printed this out myself because it is just is too big for my house to really have something like this. But it's pretty cool. So anyway, this piece has a lot of different features that I kind of try to work into as kind of like a fun type of playset. This thing has, first off, has like a lowering ramp right here. There's a big hinge. There's also some piston hinges here. Um, each one of these slide inside of each other. They slide down and then through each other. And there's a pin down at the bottom right here where these basically pin into the bottom of the this hinge right there. So the whole thing kind of telescopes out and then telescopes back in. It's not super well put together right now. I haven't articulated it very well. Um, Another thing is it's got this kind of gantry that can like slide out, and then it's got, where is it? There it is. So hang on, let me get this centered, pull this back out. Okay. Alright, so it's got this claw mechanism that can come out. This piece is meant to have, let's say, like pull that in. Let's see. Pull that in, and the whole claw is supposed to like hinge open and closed. There's little like clips right here for the claws to actually like stick to, and then you'll see like right here is like a little string, a little place you can like loop a string through, then loop it through here, and then you could like raise and lower the actual claw. So this whole piece basically hinges like forward and back, and then this piece can go in and back fully. So it can go back and forth fully. So the idea is you could get essentially a claw that picks something up like a crane, and then it pulls it all the way back into the vehicle, and then it could put it like all the way in the back if it wanted to. So there's this kind of like salvage idea I was kind of working with on this thing. So yeah. Okay. Obviously you want to access the inside. Um, It's got, like a little vacuum chamber right here. It's got some ladders. You got vacuums on both sides. Exterior details. We got the engine on the back. Lots of surface detailing, lots of panels and stuff like that. And then for main entrance into the ship, we got a few options in here, and these kind of lift off on both sides. But we have, let's start off with the cockpit. So the cockpit has details seen from The Mandalorian. It's got this guy. This computer console, and then it's got these controls that are seen from the show, at least what I could pull from screenshots. It's all scaled for Jawas, so 6-inch figure in here is going to be real squatty. And then you got the windows, and then all of that can come back into these 3 levels, 1, 2, and 3. And Okay, I found some of the other parts. So the idea is that let's say if we have this shredder or something that kind of gets you can like drop like droids into that turns them into recyclable material, and then we have some canisters or just things to keep parts in. They all have like lids and space and stuff that you can make them usable. The shredder itself is kind of fun. It doesn't really turn. Maybe it can kind of turn a little bit. So there's a few different pieces that can be broken up into to print. But then you also have this little conveyor belt that you can kind of place wherever you want. And then in the back is this quite large furnace. It's actually, I like to put it down here. And it does have a lid right there that fits on top of it. So if you want to put like a light or something in it, you could probably make it like glow a little bit. But the idea is that the door would actually like hinge open, and then there's like space inside. And then up top we have a recreation area for the Jawas. There's some mudhorn eggs in here. There's some alcohol bottles. They have like a little bar, cantina space, table, things like that. So a lot of space for activities and things inside of the Sandcrawler. In terms of construction, it's more straightforward than you think it would be. It's got these large plate sections that would be printed off, and these all would kind of go in and like just kind of peg in to each other. There's these kind of beam ribs that hold up the body right here, and then the back here is a plate that just kind of fits on top. Now obviously this is large, so you'd be printing off multiple pieces. I believe I have it cut off into a bunch of different parts. These side plates here are meant to come off, and so the idea is you could peg them in at the bottom and then kind of like tilt them in to where they would fit into these like little notches up top. All of this sits on top of the tracks. I don't know why I have two sets of treads. I said that they sit on top of the tracks. The tracks themselves, we have essentially 8 different tracks that you would be printing out. Each one of those peg into each other, and then those would sit on this kind of undercarriage section, and then that undercarriage section is what the floor rests on. So all of that kind of goes up into here. Okay. So I don't think it's too complicated of a build. It's been built a few times before, but that's essentially how it is. It's going together. The idea of how it goes together. Yeah. So hope you enjoy it. If you haven't got it yet, take a look. It's up on my Patreon archive collection, as well as CG Schrader and Colts.